What's up, guys? In this story, we're going to talk aerial refueling as a fighter pilot. Is it easy? Is it hard? I think a lot of people think aerial refueling is just a given for a fighter pilot. Like, oh, just, smoke a Lucky, pull up a little biscotti in the cappuccino, nom, 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 nom. Oh yeah, just aerial refueling. No, it's not like that at all. Honestly, it was one of the most intense experiences for me, and there's a lot on the line. You got skin in the game, because if you don't get gas, you are going to have to eject and potentially eject over hostile territory. No, thank you. So this story takes place somewhere undisclosed, and I'm flying over these massive mountains, and there's just huge thunderstorms all over, and the downdrafts are just ripping off of these big storms. Black sky, it's nighttime. Well, there's a little bit of light, so it's kind of like the sun had just set, but the wispies off of this big plane in front of me are just woof, woof, like rolling down, and I'm like, oh, this can't be good. And it's like you're underneath this big skyscraper in the sky, and you're in this little go-kart, and you're like, okay, all right, and you're just getting bounced all around. So I look down and I see my wingman on the boom getting gas, and his elevators on his plane are just woof, woof. So that's the back of the plane that makes you up and down. They're just going boom, 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 slamming, hitting the stops on either side. He's staying relatively in the same position, but that's what he had to do in order to stay there. So I'm like, great, now I get to go down into this gauntlet after he's done. So he finishes up, I roll down in, and literally we're at the point where if we don't get gas, we're gonna have to eject over hostile territory. Not cool. And so I see the wispies continuing off this plane, just woof, woof, rolling past me, and I'm like, oh great, here we go. So I'm sweating already. I pull up underneath this big skyscraper. I'm maneuvering, trying to get in the right position. The boom operator up in that big giant gas station in the sky is telling me forward 3, back 3, forward 3, back 3, forward 5, back 5. So he's trying to keep me in position, and I'm just like holding on for dear life. I've got a weapon system operator in the back who's trying to help me, but at this point it's just do or die. You got to get gas, and in being in that position is just one of the weirdest feelings ever, knowing that you might have to eject. But ultimately I'm able to stay in position. I'm able to get the gas just prior to one of the biggest downdrafts happening ever. As I'm going to the left wing, I see that big plane go whoa, and it drops down to about the same level that I was at. I don't think there's any way I could have responded to that if I was underneath it. Glad I didn't have to find out. Glad I'm here to tell you this story. Thanks for watching. Watch out for that aerial refueling, man. It'll get you.